Get these boys on down the road so we can do some skid racing. FD RX-7 out the gate, super clean one, trying to get that outer zone number one. Mustang is fucking the angle for the dangle, trying to get in that door skin. They're both going to enter clip number one, and
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Round one.
all right. Are you unmuted?
Yep.
All right, rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. We are back to going with all the technical difficulties taken care of. We have Nick Glaudmans leading Adrian Wanchik here. We have an FD versus Sora battle, it looks like, from my view. I'm really excited to see this. Yoshi, count him down and let him rock and roll out the gate. All right, Nick is powering forward, be able to make this outer zone go. With the FD already is in his backside, we have some really tight form. A good mirror right here, and a lot of serious angle. A huge drop off from the RX-7. Listen, bro, take the mud tires off. This is drifting, not off-roading. And look, oh my goodness, we have a pass and a full off-road. Gravedigger returns in the form of a JZX Chaser and completely leaves the course. Craig, please make some sense of what we just saw.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to go back to the replay here. Going into the first turn, everything looked all right. Lacking a little bit of angle in the lead position there, but the FD goes right there on the bumper. Nice smooth transition through here. FD cutting the course there, still straight, and the Chaser gets off course and offline, and a little bump there as he tries to transition, goes off course, and then goes for a ride.
I mean, usually in something like this, it would be the chase maybe was a little bit too aggressive to be able to give him the thing. But I mean, on Assetto, it's like you're in your own world, baby. You know, make it worth your while. So hopefully, we're not saying he doesn't have to climb Mount Everest to get the win, but Nick really has a lot to be able to make this work. So you know what, Yoshi? Let's count them down and see if we can see an upset or an overkill win. All right, we've got some rotary goodness out in front, going to outer zone number one. Some really good angles, some good lockup, dropping a tire, but still giving a good performance. That Chaser is right on his backside. Cuts a corner a little bit, some e-brake to be able to initiate, go to that touch and go. Shallow angle on both, but still a lot of speed. Inner clip number one, and back-to-back outer zone. That FD better watch himself because he is playing with risky business. Final inner clip, that Chaser is up his bum, and another huge angle from the FD, and they both are 4 tires sideways across the line. Craig, what are you thinking right now?
Yeah, another really interesting one to break down here as we go into the first turn. Adrian now leading Nick in that RX-7 and looking smooth this time. He's able to stay in drift, a little inside there, but Nick doing a good job in the chase position. Starts to fall off here, but as we can see, Adrian's not quite on the right line, filling that outside zone and creates a huge gap. And now we see Nick reeling him back in. But unfortunately, this is going to be a really tough one for the judges to go over here.
The only thing I noticed was Nick straightened at least twice in the chase.
Exactly. While the same thing on the other end is as well. The RX-7 not quite getting into drift in his chase position.
Exactly, but so I mean, realistically, it may just come down to that super Gravedigger backflip off road that the Chaser decided to do. You know?
That's because it is a one more time.
And it's a one more time. We're gonna see him go again.
Oh, nani! We have a one more time going on our first one, and it's only the top 16. I am so excited because I really want to see these drivers go back to back. But first, we had a challenge happening based on a hit, so we are excited to do a one more time against Nick Glaudmans and Adrian Wanchik. So we have, I want to say yes, so we have Adrian in the FD and Nick getting ready to rock and roll in the Chaser. Yoshi, let's get these bad boys back on track because I want to see some smooth. Coming out of the gate, oh, that's a wonderful start. fine. I missed the line. Call it.
Yeah, absolutely. They go into that first turn and big contact from the chase position in that FD RX-7, really pushing Nick off the course. He's getting it back together now, putting that foot down and trying to fill these outside zones. He misses that one, but cleaning it back up, trying to stay on. Oh, and gets hit again from that RX-7 in that chase position. Now, that could be the RX-7's fault. We'll go back to the replay here, and they'll enter in. There's the first contact, and they get it back together. That might be enough to just shut the run down right there and assess fault to the FD RX-7. But they'll continue
I picked up at
on.
the touch and go, and I'm 100% on your side with that one, because that almost looked like too aggressive to want to try to almost overtake.
Yeah, I mean, he really went for it, creating that contact there. I mean, you know, good on him showing the aggression and really throwing it out there, but unfortunately that is, I think, going to be his fault. And going into the second half of the battle, Nick will have the advantage.
Good point, sir. That's a fantastic point. Adrian and Nick, two obviously competitive drivers, willing to put it on the line to be able to do a one more time during this top 16 battle that we have, presented by Washington Circuit at Summit Point Motorsports Park. Adrian in the FDRX7 will be leading, but he still, again, has a couple of stairs to climb to impress the judges to make sure he takes the win. Nick in the follow in the chaser. Yoshi, get these boys down the pavement so we can see some skids. Turn him and burn him, boys, out the gate like a wildfire. That FDRX7 is ready to play with some huge angle, filling the zone, dropping a tire, and that chaser a little shallower than I would have expected coming to that first inner clip. The FD is here to party with a direct clip. Soup didn't even touch that touch and go, but touched that inner clip a little bit. Shallow on outside zone 2. Chaser 13 miles behind him, but some solid angle on both the outer zone 3 and outer inner clip 3 from the FDRX7, and then Chaser comes to it. Craig, again, a lot of mistakes from everybody, so what are we thinking here?
Yeah, well, I mean, going into the second half, we knew that Nick had the big advantage with the contact in the prior half. So Adrian really going after it in this RX-7, gets way offline there, doesn't quite get that touch and go and that next inner clip. Straightens up here, really looks to be struggling to put the power down in that car, but does so here coming into that last and final corner. And Nick in that chase position doing a really good job to stay in drift so that he doesn't zero out.
It definitely was a hard pull from both of those drivers to be able to kind of make sure, hey, I'm here to party. But just like that, Craig, I think we have a winner already.
Yeah, it looks like Adrian is going to be given the win in the RX-7.
Outstanding. Well, congratulations again to Adrian Wanchik in the FDRX7. And Nick, you obviously put up a tough enough battle to call one of the first one more times in the Washington Circuit top 16. So, sir, come back next round, and I really would want to see you further in the bracket and maybe holding a big fistful of money at the end of the day. Moving to the Shenandoah Circuit Grade 8. So the Grade 8 is brought to you by Shenandoah Circuit, which is a 3-track circuit at Summit Point Motorsports Park during Drift Nirvana. Be able to take care of D-loop, pistol grip, skid pad, or the famous bridge reverse carousel course. We have coming up Zach Catlin, and in that FDRX7, Adrian Wanchik. We have Zach throwing down that Mustang, Adrian throwing down the RX-7. Let's stop talking, start drifting. Rock and roll, boys. And just like that, coming into inner clip number 1, some solid proximity, but a little bit of shallowing on both ends. Into that touch and go, these guys are on each other's doors and quarters, which we want to see. And I say words and I retract both of them. Where is the proximity, boys? Is that outer zone 2 and 3. Final inner clip. And a hefty amount of angle from the Mustang, and the RX-7 is just in it like that. Craig, I had a little bit of a difficulty. I apologize. Let's recap it for you.
Absolutely. Going back to the replay once again, Zach out front in that blue Mustang gets a little bit of a gap there before initiation, but there you see Adrian jump onto the door in that FDRX7, doing a nice job in chase, does cut the course just a little bit there on that first inside clip, gets it back together, both fill that touch and go, grabbing the inside clip. Adrian falls back a little bit in that RX7, but does a really good job through that transition to jump right back on the door of Zach. And here they come up the hill in this uphill section, and across the line they go, almost giving each other little bumps.
I did see a lot of great speed there, but there was a little bit of shallowing that I'm a little bit concerned about from both drivers. I want to say, make sure you guys stay in drift as long as possible, because if that lead, chase comes down to it, that could be the deal breaker. Am I wrong, Craig?
Absolutely, for sure.
All right, so guys, we're going to flip-flop to the drift drop. We got Adrian leading Zach in this FD Mustang battle. Get these boys on down the road so we can do some skid racing. FDRX7 out the gate, super clean one, trying to get in that outer zone number 1. Mustang is fucking the angle for the dangle, trying to get in that door skin. They're both going to interclip number 1, and both of them shallowing up, and both of them are starting to go up. Take the mud tires off, boys. We do skid racing. Interclip number 2 into outer zone number 2 and 3. Mustang is looking for a crowd to kill, being 16 miles behind that RX-7. RX-7 is taking advantage of this to be able to put some wonderful grip. No shallows. Greg, I don't know if you saw the same battle I did. I really want to hear your opinion because I have thoughts.
Absolutely. Going to the replay here, great initiation by both these drivers, lead and chase. Now here you see Adrian get a little offline, cuts that corner.
Ooh, that's kind of small. Yikes.
And cuts the next one as well. Mustang follows a little bit through there, but here we see in that chase position, the Mustang gets off course and it just takes him way off there. And Adrian is able to, pull a huge gap coming into this last turn and finishing out the course. Now, just as you called it, we see that Adrian straightens out a little bit in that lead position before crossing the finish line. So one for the judges to really pay attention to there. And it'll be interesting to see how strict they are on that.
Between that touch and go and that last minute straighten, it's almost like, dude, you had the whole prize money in your bag, but you cut the hole in the bottom yourself, So hopefully he could have sewed it back up, but we really are at the mercy of the judges right now. I'm not even thinking one more time. I have my own personal idea, but I like what I saw. I mean, again, now we're really talking about some serious thing. This is for real American dollars, by the way, live stream viewers. And just like that, while I say real American dollars, Craig,
Zach goes through, man, and takes the win over Adrian and moves into the top 4.
Papas fritas with a side of gravy. I am shocked. Adrian was really putting on the pressure, but I guess the cleanliness and the consistency came to fruition. So congratulations to Zach Catlin for moving on to the Summit Main Final 4. And Adrian, again, obviously you put on some fantastic battles. We are looking forward to seeing you in round 2.